Likely ice. There could be a few slick spots out there, nothing widespread, but just something to be aware of. And then high temperatures today around 40 degrees, no problems during your evening commute either. But we do have more rain pushing in this weekend. We'll let you know when it moves in and when temperatures will get back to where they should be for this time of year, coming up a little bit later on in the show. Jessica, back to you.
Thank you, Tiffany. In a crime alert now, there was heavy police activity near US 395 in Yelm yesterday after a car that was reported stolen refused to stop for several police departments. Police say this started around 3 p.m. in Pasco when detectives reported the stolen car had failed to stop. It crossed over into Kennewick, and the stolen Kia was missing its front wheel by the time police say it finally did stop. All 4 people in the car ran from the scene, but authorities were able to stop them. They're now in custody. Kennewick police said Kia and Hyundais are getting stolen at an alarming rate due to the Kia Boys Challenge going around on social media. And yesterday was a big day at the Pasco Airport as a new route from Pasco to Phoenix opened up. Apple Valley News Now's Austin Reed was on hand for yesterday's inaugural flight celebrations.
Just before 1:30 this afternoon, American Airlines Flight 4944, which left Phoenix Sky Harbor just before 11:30 this morning, arrived safely with cheers and water cannons thanks to local firefighters.
Well, we've been waiting for this for a long, long time. She was the first one to make a reservation on this flight as soon as it came available, so we're real excited.
I'm retired American Airlines.
So this is even more special.
Real special.
I'm with ABC Apple Valley News Now. This is the inaugural flight. How was it?
It's good. Yeah, a lot of space.
So would you say overall, though, with these new flights, it's going to make coming back here easier?
Way easier, yeah, because I have to go through Denver, which is a nightmare.
The reason why this is a big deal is American is the last of the big 3 carriers that we do not have here. You had Delta, United, and American. They're the legacy air carriers, the big 3, and we finally have the last piece of that puzzle.
American Airlines will now add daily nonstop flights to and from the Southwest city. The new flights are all a part of PSC's continued post-pandemic growth. Nearly 800,000 passengers flew through the airport in 2022, making it one of the busiest years on record. With the addition of American Airlines flights to Phoenix, Tri-Cities travelers will now have access to 10 major cities on 6 airlines.
Visit Tri-Cities, our mission statement is to inspire, reward, and celebrate the spirit of exploration and discovery. So these are 2 very connected statements that bring people together, make connections, and inspire that opportunity in life.
Tickets for the new route are now on sale at aa.com. The U.S. Army Corps of Engineers Walla Walla District posted to social media that winter is a good time to take an online boating safety course. Riley Fitzgerald joins us live in studio. Good morning, Riley. Why are they suggesting this time of year is better?
Good morning, Jessica. According to the USACE Walla Walla District, right now is the time to get prepared to go boating, fishing, paddling, or any kind of recreating on the water. They say it's so you can hit the ground running and be prepared before the temperatures get nice. Marissa Stevens is a park ranger with the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers in Walla Walla. She says while people are having fun this spring and summer, it takes just 60 seconds for something bad to happen.
Things are happy, things are awesome in the summertime, and you want to make sure that you are safe on the water because of everybody. You want to make sure that you get home safe to your loved ones. And then again, it takes 60 seconds for something bad to happen. And just having that license, you understand why you're there, why you're on a boat, and what other people are doing around you.
Stevens advises before hitting the water to plan your course, have life jackets on board, and hydration as well. Testing for a Washington Boating Education Certificate is free and required to operate a watercraft of 15 horsepower or more. Stevens recommended boat-ed.com. The certification is U.S. Coast Guard approved and again free. Coming up on Good Morning Northwest, the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers Walla Walla District recently contracted out a large project. How it will impact the Mill Creek Flood Control Project coming up in about half an hour. In studio, I'm Riley Fitzgerald. Jessica, I'll send it back to you.
Thank you, Riley. And straight ahead on Good Morning Northwest, as the opioid crisis continues to ravage the United States, Native tribes in Washington have been impacted heavily. But a new bill on its way through the state legislature may be able to help. Looking outside, temperatures gotten a little colder at 26 degrees. Sunrise is at 6:58 a.m. We'll be back with more headlines right after this.
Have you tried to reach your internet company lately?
Your wait time will be 45 minutes.
At Washington Broadband, we have techs right here in Yakima, so you have a friend to help you through your technology issues. We even have after-hours help.
Washington Broadband, how can I help you?
In this difficult time when every other business is raising their prices, we still haven't in 28 years of serving Yakima, not even fuel charges. We will be your consistent local internet. Washington Broadband, your original hometown source to the world.
Get $7,500 purchase allowance on most 2024 Cadillac Lyriq models. Visit your Yakima and Tri-Cities Cadillac dealer today.
This holiday weekend, the President's Sale is on at More Furniture, and it's your chance to save with store-wide sale pricing and special interest-free financing. Take a full 60 months to pay with no down payment on the furniture you need, all on sale. Our newest 2024 arrivals are in stock and ready for delivery. And with 60 months interest-free financing, you can take it home today with no down payment. Visit morefurniture.com to preview sales specials.
See, Alice, it's snowy and cold out here, but in Triple Play's toasty indoor water park, people are happy and warm.
This is snow?
Roy, she's never seen it!
It's cold and sticks to my feet. This stuff rules!
Ah, look, she made a snow, Roy.
That is clearly a snow stand.
Triple Play has fun attractions for everyone, including bowling, ropes course, and many more, all attached to a cozy hotel.
Who is that?
My Aunt Shirley.
Driving with the windows down. Yeah. Tubing in the river. Ice cream you have to race to eat before it melts. Hang in there. Warmer weather is coming. And in the meantime, our entire team at McCurley will be here to make sure you find the right vehicle for your journey, because it's your way home and out of the cold.
Drive into the new year in a 2024 Mazda CX-30 with 0% financing from McCurley Mazda.
Operation Best Friend. Good Morning Northwest, Wednesdays from Windermere Group 1.
Welcome back. A bill before the Washington legislature would bring more state funding to tribes that are trying to keep opioids from taking the next generation. The state Senate unanimously approved a bill this week that's expected to provide nearly $8 million total each year for the 29 federally recognized tribes in Washington. Funds are drawn in part from a roughly $500 million settlement between the state and major opioid distributors. In September, the Lumi Nation declared a state of emergency over fentanyl, adding drug-sniffing dogs and checkpoints while revoking bail for drug-related charges. The tribe has also opened a 7-bed facility to help members with withdrawal and get them on medication for opioid use disorder. In its first 5 months, the facility treated 63 people, the majority of whom are still on the medication regimen today.
It's a losing battle, but somebody's got to be there to let them know that those addicts that somebody cares. Maybe that one person will, come to treatment because you're there to care.
Just 5 months ago, Jefferson, a tribal member herself, lost her own son to an overdose from a synthetic opioid that's about 100 times more potent than fentanyl. It was the 4th opioid-related death in 4 days on the reservation. Up next on Good Morning Northwest, a local nonprofit is reaching out to help let people in care facilities know that they're not alone. We'll let you know how coming up. And looking outside, the sun is starting to peek out a little tiny bit, 26 degrees. We'll have more with your meteorologist, Tiffany Savona. She'll have that first alert full forecast. That is when we come back.
Looking for a car with more room for adventure? Make your presence known when you drive away in a new 2024 Kia Sportage LX with all-wheel drive from Overturf Kia. Now only $29,999. Plus, get 4.25% interest for up to 48 months. You'll find a great selection of new vehicles in stock now. Take delivery today or reserve a car that's on its way. Shop online anytime at overturfkia.com. Overturf Kia at the base of the Blue Bridge in Kennewick.
People are switching to Spectrum Internet.
We count on Spectrum Internet and the advanced Wi-Fi to always keep us connected and protected.
It's so reliable and fast.
Ever since we switched to Spectrum Internet, our daughter's curiosity has a new spark.
Now we're saving a ton.
Amazing.
Get Spectrum Internet for $49.99 a month with advanced Wi-Fi, free modem, and free security suite for 12 months with no added taxes or fees. Save even more with our new 2-year price guarantee when you level up to 1 gig. Call 1-833-977-4999 or scan to call.
Call now.
Think warm thoughts. Just think warm thoughts. Driving with the windows down. Yeah. Tubing in the river. Ice cream you have to race to eat before it melts. Backyard bonfires and summer cookouts. Road trips for sun-soaked vacations. Hang in there. Warmer weather is coming. And in the meantime, our entire team at McCurley will be there to make sure you find the right vehicle for your journey and keep it running at its best no matter the temperature. Because it's more than a vehicle. It's your way home and out of the cold.
Drive into the new year in a 2024 Mazda CX-30 with 0% financing from McCurley Mazda.
We're so excited that you've joined our team.
It's nice to meet you.
Welcome to the team.
Good luck out there.
It's great to have you here.
I know you'll love our area.
Apple Valley News Now welcomes Austin Reed.
I'm Austin Reed.
Watch Austin each weeknight. Apple Valley News Now, on your side.
Who here suffers from the winter blues? You don't?
I don't.
Well, that's 2 of you.
Next live, Darren Chris and Numi Rapace. Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
A home unlike any other. Fly the Northwest, Tuesday at 6. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Tiffany Savona.
Good morning and happy Friday. If you're a snow lover, hopefully you enjoyed the little bit of snow that we got yesterday because most of it has melted, and we are dry this morning as we take a look at our First Alert radar. Any snow that was falling across northeastern Oregon overnight has now fizzled out, and road temperatures are below freezing, air temperatures are below freezing. So if the pavement looks wet, if a sidewalk looks wet, as you head out early this morning, just assume it has turned to ice. I think there may be a few icy spots out there during your morning commute, but nothing more than that. Nothing to really slow you down, which is good news. 26 degrees in the Tri-Cities currently. It's 28 in Walla Walla, 25 in Connell. A little bit colder across the Yakima and Kittitas valleys. That's where we haven't seen many clouds overnight. Here's the big picture. That snow that developed across portions of Oregon last night has now diminished as that front has now washed out to our south. So we're going to keep it dry today. It's going to be pretty nice as far as the sunshine goes because the sun will be out. We'll call it a mix of sun and clouds, but it will stay on the cooler side. We're only talking about highs in the upper 30s to near 40 degrees. 40 for your high in the Tri-Cities, 36 Walla Walla, 39 degrees in Yakima. Keep in mind, this is well below average for this time of year, considering average is in the upper 40s. Overnight, partly cloudy. We drop back down into the 20s, so we'll likely have another round of frost on your car if you do park outside. And then Saturday, I think most of the day is dry. This particular computer model bringing that rain and snow mix in after 4 and 5 o'clock. This is one of the quicker models. A lot of the other computer models wait until late Saturday night. So I think most of your Saturday is going to be dry, but we will see more in the way of cloud cover, temperatures climbing into the lower 40s. Now Saturday night into the day on Sunday, that's when rain mixing in with some snowflakes will be more likely across the region. If you're traveling today along the passes, no restrictions across all of the ones that we just
monitor. Snoqualmie, White Pass, Stevens Pass, Manastash. It looks like no restrictions, and it is currently dry out there. If you're headed to Seattle for the weekend, we're going to have multiple systems move onto the coast. So showers will be possible tomorrow, looking more likely on Sunday with highs around 50 degrees. Portland is looking rainy, unfortunately, with temperatures in the 40s today, tomorrow, rising into the 50s on Sunday. Into Spokane we go. We're looking pretty good. Today, it's going to be cold, though, 37, 41 tomorrow, and that chance for rain possibly mixing with snow as we head into Sunday. Your 7-day forecast showing in the Tri-Cities, slight chance for a shower tomorrow, but I think it's primarily Saturday night into the day on Sunday. And when I say a rain-snow mix, it's going to be wet snowflakes mixing in and not accumulating. 42 on Sunday, 44 Monday, with more rain showers possible with the second system. And then the weather pattern quiets down a little bit with temperatures climbing back to where they should be by the middle of next week. Yakima, 39 today. We could see a few rain, snow showers late in the day tomorrow. Better chances Saturday night into the day, Sunday and Monday. Monday is looking wet at times. I know a lot of the kids have off, so find those indoor activities. Walla Walla and Hermiston, highs in the 30s today, becoming more unsettled by the end of the weekend. Jessica?
Thank you, Tiffany. Making a difference now. It can get lonely for those who live in nursing homes or other care facilities, especially if they don't have loved ones nearby. Apple Valley News Now's Emily Goodell tells us a local nonprofit is working hard to bring a little light in their times of darkness.
Canyon Blooms Petals for Patients delivered 4,000 bouquets of flowers last year to 24 different organizations across the Yakima Valley. But it all started with a small act of kindness that ended up making a big impact.
They're just lovely.
At the beginning of the pandemic, Cara Lawley was bringing flowers to a friend with advanced Parkinson's disease at the care facility where she lived.
And on the third week, the nurse said, "Do you know what Candace does with those?" And I said, "No." And she said, "Well, she takes these big vases apart and makes lots of little posies and has the nurses deliver them up and down the hallway."
That planted a seed of inspiration that grew into Canyon Blooms Petals for Patients.
I always say I think they know they're grown with a mission, because the blooms here are truly exceptionally beautiful. It's almost entirely volunteers that make this happen. They are all grown from seed here on the farm.
Including this year, a new project growing tulips out of season.
To have fresh flowers in these very dark months of January and February, to bring a little bit of light into a time in people's lives where there's a lot of darkness.
People like the residents of Emerald Care in Wapato, who struggle with long-term health issues, disabilities, or their mental health.
Every little bit matters when it comes to helping them have a little glimpse of happiness. And that's exactly what those flowers do.
My husband died 7 years ago, and I don't get flowers for Valentine's Day anymore, and I miss them. That someone cares enough to go to all of the time and trouble and expense to do this, that means so much, especially to the people that need it the most, the ones who don't have anyone else who cares. Find out there's somebody out there that does.
To help pay for all of those flowers, Canyon Blooms also sells flower arrangements to local businesses at the farmers market during the summer and as a subscription service. They also accept donations and are always in need of volunteers. Reporting from the Yakima newsroom, Emily Goodell, Apple Valley News Now.
Thank you, Emily. And while it may be a little late, you can still get red wine and chocolate this weekend in the Yakima Valley. Starting today, over 40 wineries in the valley are offering experiences pairing red wines with different types of chocolates. That can range from anything like chocolate truffles to fudge, wine-infused brownies, and much more. They also offer things like winemaker dinners, different food options, and live music.
It's a pretty big deal just to showcase our wine region and the wines that we have here, the wineries.
It all sounds like so much fun, and you can find a list of all the participating wineries and what they're doing to celebrate on Yakima Valley Tourism's website. And when we return on Good Morning Northwest, you're never too young to learn how to save a life. And the Pasco Fire Department took that to heart yesterday, teaching elementary school kids how to perform CPR. We'll hear from firefighters about just how important it is for kids to learn. That's coming up. Stay tuned.
Life's better when you're under our roof. Because we're here to help protect your legacy as you build it. Also, you can enjoy your dreams. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
From Apple Valley News Now, this is Medically Speaking.
Atomic Health pays me to do the in-home, I guess, nursing or the things I do to help out, so we don't need a nurse. Meds, cooking, cleaning, getting them to doctor's appointments, picking up prescriptions, whatever else needs to be done. So at least once a month or whenever I need her, Sarah, or whatever nurse is available, comes to our house. If I have a worry that I'm not sure if he needs to go to the doctor, she comes and advises me and does an assessment and tells me if there's anything I need to do different, or I don't know that I could do this without him.
So we'll definitely evaluate their past employment. As a registered nurse myself, I'll look through their medical records and I'll look to see maybe what medical conditions they have, and we'll be very upfront with them, honest about whether they do have a claim that could warrant benefits or not.
This holiday weekend, the President's Sale is on at More Furniture, and it's your chance to save with store-wide sale pricing and special interest-free financing. Take a full 60 months to pay with no down payment on the furniture you need, all on sale. Our newest 2024 arrivals are in stock and ready for delivery. And with 60 months interest-free financing, you can take it home today with no down payment. Visit morefurniture.com to preview sales specials.
When you need legal help, trust Quantum Legal. In football, your team can have a bad season. In real life, when you are having a bad season, you can call Quantum Legal. We're here for you in times of trouble, whether you need assistance with criminal defense, personal injury, or have been injured on the job. And with tens of millions of dollars collected on behalf of clients, we will find the best solution for your situation. Call us today at 509-783-5551 or visit us online at quantumlegal.com.
Life's better when you're under our roof. Because we're here to help protect your legacy as you build it. Also, you can enjoy your dreams. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
The best way to end your day.
That is good TV.
Friends, tonight at 11:05.
In education news, when it comes to saving lives, even the youngest members of our community can make a big impact. Apple Valley News Now's Monique Ledesma was on hand at Maya Angelou Elementary as kids learned a life-saving lesson.
When it comes to a cardiac event, seconds are crucial, and that means anyone who can start CPR before first responders get there can make the difference between life and death.
So every minute that they don't have oxygen going to the brain, that's brain damage happening.
Ben Shear with the Pasco Fire Department says teaching young people what to do in an emergency helps them not be scared when they need to stay calm the most.
I know it's kind of a scary concept, little kids doing CPR, but it's been proven over and over again. It doesn't matter who's there, whether it's an adult or a child. If we can get them to do CPR, even children can be that one to save the life.
4th and 5th grade students at Maya Angelou Elementary in Pasco got the chance to work with Pasco Fire and learn what CPR is and how to do it in an emergency.
I think providing this skill for kids will allow them to feel more confident, to feel like they could do something if they needed to get help and sustain somebody until help arrived.
Anna is a 4th grader at Maya Angelou. She says she is excited to have had a class like this in school because it helps her feel prepared.
I feel good because now if anybody in my family will have a heart attack, I can help them breathe so nothing will happen to them.
As adults, we should never stop learning. I was inspired by these students and decided I needed a refresher course myself, so I had Ben walk me through the process.
Just like that, and you're going to keep going until help arrives.
And why is it important for people to follow the beat?
So again, if the heart's going too fast, if you go too fast or if you go too slow, it's not giving the heart a chance to refill with new blood, and so it's not getting new blood out to the body. So about 100 to 110 beats a minute is what we're looking for.
Espinosa says with classes like this one, students also learn about other jobs in the community and may get inspired to start a journey in a career.
It's really great when schools can work with community members to bring individuals in so kids can learn about a job like a fireman and also some of the things that they do in their job.
CPR can be done to the songs Staying Alive and Baby Shark. You can also download the Pulse Point app on your phone, which will take you step by step through the process. Reporting in Pasco, Monique Ledesma, Apple Valley News Now.
Thank you, Monique. And Sherry says the Tri-Cities has the best cardiac survival rate of all of Washington. He says fire departments in the community frequently train others on CPR and what to do in a cardiac emergency. And at Tuesday's board meeting for the Pasco School District, they discussed the naming of the new high school in the district. Originally, the plan was to name it Harvest View High School, but after a bit of a community pushback, the board asked for a survey to get that feedback. Nearly 5,500 people participated in the survey, finding that Sageview High School looks to be the preferred name, with almost 50% of the vote. And the board heard community comments and thanked them for participating in the survey and reconsidering the name.
Thank you to the community members who responded to the survey.
Yes, I love that the community wanted to be involved, and I love that they were involved. This truly is a community high school, and I take a great deal of pride in all of our schools.
Yes.
Motion passes. So we have Sageview High School as our new high school, and I do think this one will stick.
Another name choice included Desert Vista, but nearly 50% of people surveyed voted for Sageview. And coming up on Good Morning Northwest, 2 people are in custody for their involvement in the deadly shooting that took place at the Kansas City Chiefs Super Bowl celebration parade. Vice President Kamala Harris and Secretary of State Anthony Blinken are in Germany for the Munich Security Conference as they discuss America's role in global affairs.
We're celebrating President's Day all month long with Star-Spangled Savings.
But hurry, these presidential prices won't last long.
Lower prices every day. Mattress Depot USA.
Dear all-wheel drive, let's show the road what we've got. Snowy streets, we're coming for you. Icy grip, we're holding tight. Wintry mix, meh. Safety's the name of our game. Yours, Toyota all-wheel drive sedans.
Toyota has 22 all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive vehicles, more than any other brand. Find yours at toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
It's a great time to improve your sleep and pay less during the President's Day mattress event at Walker's.
Enjoy the best selection of all your favorite mattress brands. And with select iComfort or Beautyrest Black Hybrid mattress purchases, you'll get up to $300 of free furniture plus a $100 prepaid MasterCard, as well as 5 years no-interest financing.
Making it the perfect time to improve your sleep for less.
This week at all Walker's Furniture locations.
We wondered, where do people do their banking? So we asked.
I bank at Hapo.
Hapo's my bank. I've been a member of Hapo since I was 10 years old, 60 years.
I bank at Hapo Community Credit Union.
I'm with Hapo.
You're not just a number there, you're treated really well.
I feel like they're part of my community.
It's easy, it's convenient, and I don't know, I just love the people there.
I guess the question we should be asking is, where do you credit union? Join Hapo Community Credit Union today.
Spectrum Internet delivers with fast and reliable speeds nationwide, so there's never been a better time to switch to Spectrum. Now get Spectrum Internet for $49.99 a month, plus advanced Wi-Fi and a Spectrum Mobile Unlimited line free for 12 months. Visit Spectrum.com or call 844-242-1479. Spectrum Internet offers speed and reliability, while advanced Wi-Fi gives you best-in-class security and privacy for all your connected devices. And Spectrum Mobile delivers unlimited talk, text, and data with nationwide 5G included. Switch now and get Spectrum Internet for $49.99 with advanced Wi-Fi and one line of Spectrum Mobile Unlimited free for 12 months. Start saving today. Go to Spectrum.com, a Spectrum store, call 844-242-1479, or scan to call now.
At
Mattress Depot USA, we're sort of like matchmakers.
We match your body needs and sleeping habits with the perfect mattress for you.
Low prices every day. Mattress Depot USA.
This newscast sponsored by Mariano Morales Law.
Right now on Good Morning Northwest, new information has been released on what led to the deadly shooting at the Kansas City Chiefs Super Bowl championship parade. And U.S. leaders are discussing America's national security and global role with allies today amid uncertainty over the border, space, Ukraine, and Israel. And meteorologist Tiffany Savona has your full weather forecast. Good Morning Northwest starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest, on your side.
Good morning, and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jessica Jalal. The time is 6:29 on Friday, February 16th. We made it to Friday. Let's check in right away on your forecast with meteorologist Tiffany Savona. And Tiffany, we're not getting any snow as we're waking up this morning, but what are we seeing?
No snow this morning, so it looks much different out of our dust devil sky came in Pasco than it did at this time yesterday. All that snow that accumulated on the grass, and it wasn't much, a half an inch or so, has now melted, but it is cold out there. It's 26 degrees in Pasco at this hour. Winds are light, but any sort of breeze will drop that feels like temperature lower than the actual air temperature. So it feels like 20 degrees, and the sun will rise a few minutes before 7 o'clock now. It's 28 in Walla Walla, 29 in Pendleton, a little bit colder in the Yakima Valley where we haven't seen as much in the way of cloud cover, 22 in Yakima and 19 degrees in Ellensburg. Here's what to expect this morning. We will see a mix of sun and clouds depending on where you are. 23 in Yakima, middle 30s by noon, 39 by 4 o'clock. So a lot of sunshine, but that sun not going to warm us up too much. 26 in the Tri-Cities today, highs only around 40, so much of the day spent in the 30s. 27 in Walla Walla this morning, highs only in the middle 30s this afternoon. We have more rain, and it could even mix in with a little bit of snow headed our way this weekend. We'll plan out your weekend forecast and have your ski forecast coming up toward the end of the show. Jessica?
Thank you, Tiffany. And now to the horrific mass shooting at the Super Bowl celebration in Kansas City. Authorities say it all may have started from a personal dispute. New video shows the harrowing moments. Gunfire erupted and panic ensued. People frantically rushing for cover, and one person was killed and nearly 24 others injured. At least half were just children. ABC's M. Nguyen has the latest.
This morning, authorities say the deadly mass shooting at the end of the Kansas City Chiefs victory parade started as a personal dispute that exploded into violence. 2 juveniles are in custody.
Preliminary investigative findings have shown there was no nexus to terrorism or homegrown violent extremism.
1 person was killed and more than 20 others wounded, where at least half of them were children under the age of 16. The youngest injured just 8 years old. One father, Jacob Gooch, was caught in the gunfire.
I see smoke coming out of my ankle, people rushing me. I turned to try to start running, and I collapsed to the ground because obviously I couldn't run, had been shot through my ankle.
His girlfriend and one of his sons also shot, all recovering now from injuries to the feet and legs.
I couldn't help get our kids, and that killed me. I had to sit there and just wonder what was going to happen next.
2 men seen in this video praised by police for taking down one of the suspects.
I didn't hesitate. It was just do it.
The shooting happened despite the presence of more than 800 police officers in the area. First responders were nearby to quickly help the wounded. And last night, a vigil for 43-year-old Lisa Lopez Galvin. Many, including her brother, mourning the mother of 2 and local radio host.
This is another example of a real loving, real human whose life was taken tragically with a senseless act.
Some security experts are raising the question whether 800 officers were enough. And what's the future for U.S. national security and leadership in the world? Answering that might be difficult, but top U.S. leaders are giving it a shot today. The U.S. is facing its own national security and global concerns as leaders attend the Munich Security Conference. The talks come as the Pentagon is trying to lessen fears about Russian advancements in anti-satellite technology. Senators Lindsey Graham and Tim Scott are visiting the U.S. southern border today to highlight the need for immigration legislation. As for foreign aid, a bill supporting Ukraine and Israel is through the Senate, but its future in the House is unclear. It also contains humanitarian assistance for civilians in Gaza. Up next on Good Morning Northwest, making Black history this February, a Temple University medical student and her professor are on a mission to educate radiologists around the country about interpreting images with Black and ethnic hair. And looking outside, sun is starting to peek out, 26 degrees. It is cold out there. Meteorologist Tiffany Savona will have your first alert full forecast. That'll be shortly. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back.
E.T. and Extra, tonight at 7 on Apple Valley News Now.
Extra, extra. Want to test drive U.S. Cellular's network free for 30 days?
Here we go.
Hey, I wonder if U.S. Cellular lets me stream in my rec room. Yep, it's working.
Test drive U.S. Cellular's award-winning network free for 30 days.
I just heard gunshots.
Breaking right now, a U.S. military member found dead.
Every officer had their cameras rolling.
How on earth did this happen?
Tonight, a father confronts his son's killer. 2020, tonight on ABC.
At Spec Buick GMC, Eastern Washington's truck headquarters, get up to 10% off MSRP on a new GMC Sierra or gets rates as low as 3.9% for 60 months. Whether you're looking for a half-ton, three-quarter-ton, or one-ton truck with almost 200 new and pre-owned trucks in inventory, we've got you covered. As a dealer that only stocks its lot with locally owned vehicles, nobody pays more for your trade. Get incredible deals, low rates, and 90 days till first payment on your next truck at Spec. Spec Buick GMC, a family automotive tradition since 1912.
Prosser Memorial Health board-certified pediatricians Dr. Dennis Moore and Dr. Gary Podolsky care for newborns through age 18 and are now accepting new patients at our Grandview and Prosser Clinic locations. Their services include wellness exams, school and sports physicals, and treatment for common childhood illnesses. To schedule an appointment for your child, call a Prosser Memorial Health Clinic near you or learn more at prosserhealth.org. This is how we care.
Think about the best night's sleep you've ever had. At Tempur-Pedic, we're dedicated to helping you sleep like that. With breakthrough solutions that help relieve pressure, aches and pains, keep you cool if you sleep hot, and even automatically detect and respond to snoring, so you get the deep, comfortable, undisturbed rest you deserve. Save up to $500 on select adjustable mattress sets during our President's Day event at Meredith Furniture.
Dishwasher on the fritz, laundry giving you fits, a water heater that quits. In a world without Culligan, hard water makes life harder. Get a Culligan softener, the world's best. Put your water worries to rest.
Today, we seize the day, because at US Cellular, you can get an epic Samsung Galaxy S24 with Galaxy AI.
Even me?
Look under your chair. That's right.
Get the Samsung Galaxy S24 on us, US Cellular.
Meet David Silva of Athena, Oregon, an Apple Valley News Now viewer and Stacey Lee fan.
Stacey Lee covers the whole Columbia Basin, not just Tri-Cities and Yakima.
Stacey Lee, First Alert Weather from Apple Valley News Now.
She's there for all of us.
On your side.
Who here suffers from the winter blues? You don't?
I don't.
Well, that's two of you.
Next live, Darren Chris and Numi Rapace.
Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. It's not often that hair is the focus of scholarly research in the field of radiology, but one young medical student in Philadelphia has teamed up with her professor to educate people on an important topic. Here's ABC's Danny New.
I think you're wrong.
Really? In medical school, it's not always easy for the students to challenge their teachers.
I was very, very intimidated when he first presented this project and told me to teach other physicians.
Okay, so what are we looking at here? But it's a little easier when you have a professor working alongside you. For Temple University medical student Angela Udongwo, this 3-year educational journey started when she met radiologist Dr. Hillel Moreski, and he asked her a seemingly random question about her hair.
So I say, Angela, those box braids. And she said, how do you know what that is?
That's when Dr. Moreski revealed that he had been working on a little research project, originally just to educate himself.
That's when I discovered that there really was a blank page in this literature on how to interpret imaging with Black and ethnic hair.
Braids,
yes.
twist,
in locks.
Basically, Dr. Moreski found that folks with braids could often get misdiagnosed with diseases or have costly imaging ordered because their hair could create some sort of illusion called an artifact on scans.
When I met him, he taught me, and I was like, oh, this is a huge issue.
In the braids, we see these checkered notches of gas.
Right.
They got to work and started researching the lack of education on the subject.
90% of physicians are unaware.
And they started building a presentation that Angela could give medical professionals.
And I've seen physicians and residents humble themselves.
Yeah.
And while sure, there's the counter argument that folks could just tie up their braids or remove them entirely, not everyone can physically do that. And they also feel that people shouldn't have to.
And so imagine you being told that something goes wrong with you, almost that you couldn't get past a certain level of your medical journey because of something that is inherently a part of you.
Angela's program actually ended over the summer, but the school decided to extend her stay and hire her for another year in order to continue this research and educational mission. Up next on Good Morning Northwest, a nearly $2 million project is set to get underway in Walla Walla, bringing much-needed repairs and renovations to a vital piece of infrastructure that's decades old. And looking outside, temperature is still 26 degrees. The sunrise is shortly coming up, 6:58 a.m., and meteorologist Tiffany Savona has your first alert full forecast. That is right when we come back.
You wouldn't buy a car without a test drive.
So why buy a mattress in a box from an online marketing company without ever knowing if it's right for you?
Don't go through the hassle of returning a mattress when you can get it right the first time.
Mattress Depot USA has top quality mattresses that you can actually touch and feel.
Made by local manufacturers.
You're gonna love our prices.
And same-day delivery. Try getting that online.
Low prices every day. Mattress Depot USA.
When you need legal help, trust Quantum Legal. We're here for you in times of trouble, whether you need assistance with criminal defense, personal injury, or have been injured on the job. Law is a complicated matter. Our team of experts will fight for you and help you find the best solution for your situation. Don't let life's challenges get the best of you. We're here to help. Call us today at 509-783-5551 or visit our website at quantumlegal.com.
It's the President's Day Mattress Event at Walker's, where this week when you purchase a Serta iComfort or a Beautyrest Black Hybrid, you'll get up to $300 of free furniture plus a $100 prepaid MasterCard with special financing available now this week at Walker's.
They say post it or it didn't happen. But out here, in the places we were made for, you'll have to take our word for it. Find somewhere the internet's never been. With a family of Broncos designed to get you there.
Your choice. Get a 2023 Bronco Sport with 0 for $60 or lease for $299 a month. Only at your local Ford dealer.
Vegas action is closer than you think. The fun is waiting for you at Nob Hill Casino. Come in and pull up a chair at your choice of blackjack, Pai Gow, heads up hold'em, or high card flush, and play with the friendliest dealers in town. Join our Players Club to take your game to the next level and earn rewards for food, bowling, prizes, and cash. There's always a spot for you at Nob Hill Casino, where the locals play.
At Bruce Heating and Air, your comfort is our business. With over 30 years of professional HVAC experience for residential and commercial properties, you can rest assured your heating and air system is in good hands. In addition to providing quality heating, air conditioning, ventilation, and installation services, Bruce Heating and Air also houses a full-service sheet metal fabrication shop.
Now through March 31st, receive rebates up to $1,600 off on a new Daikin Fit system and thermostat when you finance through Bruce Heating and Air. Terms and conditions apply. See dealer for details.
February is Heart Health Awareness Month. To keep your heart fit, make sure you have regular checkups. Get more at applevalleyNewsNow.com.
Proudly sponsored by Prosser Memorial Health, your 5-star rated hospital. This is how we care.
A home unlike any other. Fly the Northwest, Tuesday at 6. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Tiffany Savona.
Good morning and welcome back. It's a completely different view in Pasco this morning out of our Dust Devils camera. Yesterday, the grass was covered in snow. All that snow has melted, and when I say all of it, it was only about a half an inch to an inch. So it wasn't much, but it was a pretty sight yesterday morning, and now traffic is moving along just fine this morning along the highway. We are dry all across the Columbia Basin, the Yakima Valley, and along the foothills of the Blues, but we have seen some breaks in the clouds overnight. That has allowed temperatures to drop into the 20s. Everyone is below freezing, so if you park outside, you likely have frost on your windshield. Allow for some extra time for that to melt, and also grab that ice scraper before you head out. 26 degrees in the Tri-Cities, 29 in Hermiston and Pendleton, 27 at Hanford, 22 in Yakima. Here's the big picture. We did have some light snow falling across northern and northeast Oregon last night. That has now dissipated as that front has pushed off to the south. So we are going to stay dry today. In fact, we are going to see the sunshine and a good deal of it as we see a mix of sun and clouds this afternoon, with high temperatures climbing only into the upper 30s to around 40 degrees. So as far as temperatures go, we're still going to be well below average for this time of year, but we'll take the sunshine. 40 degrees in the Tri-Cities, 36 Walla Walla, 39 in Hermiston, and 39 degrees in Yakima. Tonight, another very cold night ahead. Partly cloudy, we drop back down into the 20s. We'll likely see another round of frost on cars early tomorrow morning. Keep that in mind if you have somewhere to be early on in the day. And then throughout your Saturday, most of the day is dry. We'll see increasing clouds. It's still going to be on the chilly side. Now, this computer model has some light rain moving in after 4 and 5 o'clock. This is one of the quicker computer models. I think the better chance for some light rain pushing in will be Saturday night. Now, during the day on Saturday, high temperatures will climb into the lower 40s, so not as many 30s on the map. So at least we're going in the right direction. But the weather pattern becomes more unsettled as we head into Saturday night and then again Sunday morning. Sunday morning, we're likely starting off with some light rain, maybe some wet snowflakes mixing in. And then Monday, another system works its way in from the south and west. So more scattered rain showers, possibly mixing in with some snowflakes across the Yakima and Kittitas valleys. Otherwise, temperatures will be rebounding back where they should be this time of year by the end of next week. So today, 40 degrees. Most of the day tomorrow will be dry. That chance for light rain, mixing in with some wet snowflakes in the Tri-Cities. Going up Saturday night into the day on Sunday with some scattered rain possible on Monday. Getting close to 50 by the end of next week. Yakima 39 today. We have the chance for rain mixing with snow. Tomorrow late in the day, continuing into your Sunday and Monday with it staying on the chilly side. High temperatures may crack 50 by the end of next week in Yakima. Walla Walla 36, 42 on Saturday. That chance for rain mixing with some snow Sunday into the day on Monday. That star indicating that we have President's Day on Monday, so a lot of the kids have off. Make sure you find something indoors to do because it will be wet at times and chilly out there with temperatures climbing closer to where they should be for this time of year by the end of next week. Let's talk about your ski forecast. We'll take a live look at Schweitzer Mountain this morning. A pretty view out there. The sky getting a little bit brighter as we're getting closer and closer to the official sunrise. In the Tri-Cities, it's before 7 o'clock this morning, 6:58 to be exact. Ski resorts are probably going to be crowded this weekend due to the long weekend, but hey, we'll see plenty of sunshine today. Be sure to bundle up if you have plans to go to Schweitzer. The wind chill will be below zero. It'll feel like minus 12 out there, but the sun will be shining, and they picked up an additional 2 inches over the past 24 hours. So did Ski Bluewood, picking up an additional 2 inches. They may see a few more inches by the end of the weekend. 27 degrees today, wind chills in the single digits. And as we go over to White Pass, 23 degrees, picking up 6 inches over the past 24 hours. That's certainly nice. But bundle up, dress in layers, dress for wind chills in the single digits this afternoon. Jessica?
Thank you, Tiffany. And there's an improvement project costing nearly $2 million coming to the Mill Creek Flood Control Project that's near Walla Walla. Riley Fitzgerald joins us live now in studio. Good morning, Riley. How is this new contract going to impact the project?
Good morning, Jessica. The U.S. Army Corps of Engineers Walla Walla District awarded a $1.9 million contract to North Bank Civil and Marine, Inc. to do a rehabilitation and improvement project on the Russell Creek Canal, which is part of the Mill Creek Flood Control Project near Walla Walla. It's getting older, built decades ago. Now, thanks to bipartisan infrastructure legislation, repairs can be made. In its age, sealant in the canal's expansion joints have started deteriorating and eroding. The project will focus on resealing those expansion joints, stabilizing areas of erosion, along with removing hazardous debris from the canal channel. Anthony Butis, the project manager with the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, say this is a critical point for infrastructure, and alleviating floodwaters going down Mill Creek will keep downtown Walla Walla safer.
Without that increased capacity in that canal, more water has to go down Mill Creek, which is downtown Walla Walla, so that can have major impacts throughout the community. And then also we're able to divert flows within the different creeks throughout the community. So we have Yellowhawk, Garrison Creek, and this is Russell Creek. So if we're able to kind of spread the loads on the capacities, and we're able to really mitigate risk within the community.
According to Butis, Russell Creek is how Bennington Lake is drained, and with this rehabilitation project, the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers will be able to relieve pressure on the dam, monitor, and do maintenance easier. The project is going to start in March and last through September this year. Read more about the project at applevalleyNewsNow.com. In studio, I'm Riley Fitzgerald. Jessica, I'll send it back to you.
Thank you, Riley. And Governor Jay Inslee is set to visit Walla Walla today to discuss two main issues that affect the community. That's clean energy and the fentanyl crisis. He'll first meet with Women of Wisdom Tri-Cities along with Valley Transit Authority to talk about new developments in their car share program. The governor will then meet with first responders at the Walla Walla Fire Department to address proper responses to increasing fentanyl overdoses. These days, crews respond to more fentanyl-related overdoses in a month than they did in an entire year. He'll wrap up his visit with the Port of Walla Walla for an update on the Wallula Gap Business Park project. We'll be right back with the morning sprint and a final check on your forecast, but first, a look at what's ahead on Good Morning America.
In this morning's GMA First Look, as you plan spring break and summer vacation trips, you may want to consider adding a stopover flight to your itinerary. Get this, you're planning a trip to beautiful Santorini. Why not visit Paris along the way at no extra charge? It's possible through booking what's called a stopover ticket. Carrie Elizabeth took advantage of it on a trip last year.
The flight was Detroit to Santorini with a connection through Paris, so we did the stopover in Paris and stayed there for 5 days.
Many carriers like TAP, Iceland Air, Emirates, and Hawaiian Airlines offer stopovers on their flights, allowing customers to visit more cities at the same price as booking a one-way ticket.
If you've only got one vacation you're going to take this year, you should look into stopovers to maximize the amount of places you can visit.
And coming up at 7 a.m., we're going to tell you how you can find these flights and save money. With your GMA First Look, I'm Gio Benitez, ABC News, New York.
This is how it feels to do more with less asthma, thanks to Dupixent. Dupixent is not for sudden breathing problems. It's an add-on treatment for specific types of moderate to severe asthma and can help improve lung function for better breathing in as little as 2 weeks. Dupixent helps prevent asthma attacks and can even reduce or eliminate oral steroids. Imagine that. Dupixent can cause allergic reactions that can be severe. Get help right away if you have rash, chest pain, worsening shortness of breath, tingling, or numbness in your limbs. Tell your doctor about new or worsening joint aches and pain or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop asthma medicines, including steroids, without talking to your doctor. Who knows what you can do when you do more with less asthma? Ask your doctor about Dupixent, the most prescribed biologic for asthma.
Now, the morning sprint.
Time right now is 6:52. We're going to get to your first alert forecast in a moment, but we begin with a look at this morning's top stories. So there was heavy police activity near US 395 and Yelm yesterday after a car that was reported stolen refused to stop. Police say detectives reported a stolen car that had failed to stop had crossed over into Kennewick. The stolen Kia was missing its front driver wheel by the time police say it finally did stop. All 4 people in the car ran from the scene. Authorities were able to stop them all, and they're now in custody. The speed limit for travelers near the Broadmoor interchange in Pasco has dropped to 55 miles per hour. The reduced speed limit zone will remain in place for 12 weeks. Starting this upcoming Tuesday, February 20th, drivers will also have to navigate reduced lane widths. These changes are in support of the next phase of work, which includes completing the tie-in connection for the newly constructed loop off-ramp from I-182 to Broadmoor Street. The city of Yakima has begun the last phase of the North First Street revitalization project. Traffic impacts are expected from North First Street from Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard to I Street. And as you can see in this map from the city of Yakima, this section of North First Street will be reduced to 1 lane in both directions 24 hours a day over the course of the project, which is expected to be completed in the fall of 2025. And the goal of this project is to improve safety for both drivers and pedestrians, as well as increase the economic potential of North First Street, which is one of the city's main entrances. 95% of the cost is state and federally funded. The U.S. Army Corps of Engineers Walla Walla District says that now is the time to get prepared for boating, fishing, paddling, or any kind of water activity. They say it's so you can hit the ground running and be prepared before the temperatures get nice. And experts recommend that you plan and have life jackets and hydration on board before hitting the water. And testing for a Washington Boating Education Certificate is free and required to operate a watercraft of 15 horsepower or more. You can find more information at boat-ed.com. And at the beginning of the pandemic, Carol Lawley was bringing flowers to a friend with advanced Parkinson's, and this was at the care facility where she lived. Lawley later learned her friend would break apart the big bouquets that she would receive and ask the nurses to deliver flowers to the other residents. That small kindness inspired Lawley to find Canyon Bloom's Petals for Patients, a mostly volunteer-run nonprofit that brings bedside flowers to people in hospice, trauma, or other care facilities. And you can still get red wine and chocolate this weekend in the Yakima Valley. So starting today, over 40 wineries in the valley are offering experiences pairing red wines with different types of chocolates. So that can range from anything like chocolate truffles to fudge, wine-infused brownies, and much more. They also offer things like winemaker dinners, different food options, and live music. You can find a list of all the participating wineries and what they're doing to celebrate on Yakima Valley Tourism's website. 4th and 5th graders in Pasco got some hands-on learning yesterday on how to save a life. Students at Maya Angelou Elementary School learned how to do CPR from the Pasco Fire Department. Every second counts when it comes to cardiac emergencies, and firefighters say that even the smallest hands can make a difference in a life or death situation. According to Ben Shearer with Pasco Fire, while many people might think it's unusual that kids are learning how to do this, having kids learn CPR can help them build confidence in any emergency situation.
And it is a cold start, but at least it's not snowing out there. That little bit of snow we saw on the grass yesterday morning at this time has melted. So we're back to that winter, that bare winter look, I should say. But be alert, there could be a couple of icy spots on the pavement this morning. If it looks wet, it is likely ice. Its temperatures are in the 20s. So you'll definitely need that warm jacket as you head out the door. Grab the sunglasses. We're expecting plenty of sunshine today. And if you park outside, you'd likely have frost on your windshield. So grab the ice scraper and allow for a little bit of extra time for your windshield to defrost. It's 25 degrees right now in the Tri-Cities, 28 Walla Walla, 25 in Prosser, 22 in Yakima, and we're sitting at 29 degrees in Hermiston. Here's the forecast for today. We will see a mix of sun and clouds, but it will be overall a colder day. Highs only around 39 in Yakima, Tri-Cities, highs around 40 degrees. Walla Walla, 36 degrees by 4 o'clock. So well below average for this time of year. The pattern becomes a little bit more unsettled this week. And I think most of your Saturday is dry. However, Saturday night into the day on Sunday, that's when more rain will be pushing in. Could mix with some wet snowflakes from time to time. not expecting any accumulation. And it stays wet during the day on Monday for President's Day, so find something indoors for the kids to do. Yakima 39 today with a mix of sun and clouds. Chance for some rain mixing with snow tomorrow late in the day, and then better chances move in Sunday into Monday. Walla Walla and Hermiston, highs in the 30s, becoming more active by the end of the weekend and into next week. I hope everyone has a great weekend.
Tiffany,
Jessica,
and
back
thanks for
to you.
waking up with us and watching Good Morning Northwest. Have a great weekend.